Hey, y'all. Welcome to another Monday episode of the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. I am the heel that you love to hate, O'Shea Jackson Jr., a.k.a. Petty Guerrero.
Hey, yo, it's me. It's the TOO, the JIGG, TJ Jefferson, and I'm rocking a Kenny Omega shirt today.
Shout out to Kenny Omega.
Want everybody to know that.
Shout out to Kenny Omega, a big gamer. That's why I will always respect Kenny Omega, bro.
Kenny, you know what I'm saying?
You see him? You know what it is. Man, TJ.
You and Kenny got to get together one day because I might not even be on that show because you guys are going to geek out about gaming.
Out, bro.
I'm just going to sit here.
I got to nerd out with Kenny Omega.
Talk about Super Tecmo Bowl.
Shout out Jackson. TJ, I am fresh off the plane, bro.
Let them know. Let them know what you've been going through.
I am 15 hours late compared to when I was supposed to be in Los Angeles. I have had the worst traveling experience that I have ever had. 5 hours in a Detroit airport just to hear my flight get canceled with my younger brother, Sharif. He had the worst experience of his life. So we had a delayed flight. That got delayed to the point where we got our flight canceled. And then they pushed us to an 8:30 in the morning one. And the hotel we were at was 45 minutes away. Ooh. So we got to make sure that we up nice and early because traffic is going to be there. Then when we get there, also on the way leaving, we were like, do we get our bags? I'm like, well, if you want to get your bags, it's probably going to be 2 to 3 hours. So you should, or your bags are going to be in a safe place and they'll travel with you. So then the next day, bam, go to the airport. Another delay. The plane is delayed again. So we're like, okay, you know what? As long as Denver's not delayed, I'll be able to get here at a good time. Good time. So then we're delayed. We get to Denver. From Denver, we find out our bags are not with us. Our bags traveled without us. Okay. So I still got to figure that out. As soon as I'm done here. I came right here from the airport. Okay. I still got to figure that out. And then now, when we get to Denver, we're at gate 51. We look on our Delta app and we find out that we're going to be leaving from gate 51. Now, if the plane that just landed was delayed, that means that the next flight is going to be delayed some more. But we weren't the next flight. It was a flight to Atlanta. So we had to wait for them and wait for that delay. And then finally, the flight to Los Angeles, only 20 minutes longer than what I was supposed to be. So I'm thinking, all right, a little 20-minute delay is nothing. We get in the plane. Sorry to inform you, everybody, but we're going to have to do some maintenance real quick. And so now I am on the tarmac for an hour plus.
Yeah, but you want that maintenance done, though.
I mean, at this point, I'll run. And like, dude, it was terrible. I had 3 delays cause me to get here at a terrible time. But by the grace of the Lord, won't he do it? I'm here. And I'm here to talk about TNA.
But I got a question after all that. But did you die?
A little bit. But I'm here.
Would ask, did you die?
Listen, bro, God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. I'm here. Going to squeeze out this episode. I'm sorry, D-Lo. It's not my fault. And Delta, I love y'all. I'm a diamond member. But I'm going full white man when I get to the house. Now, there was a lot that happened last night. Not only with myself, but with total nonstop action.
Yeah, TNA Slammiversary.
Yes, sir.
Last night, man.
And I saw you on Twitter.
I saw you on Twitter.
It's rare for me to say I saw you, though.
Yeah, because I normally, I barely tweet because nobody pays attention to anything I tweet. Like
I do.
I got a couple thousand followers, not a lot, but a little bit. But like literally, I get no interaction. So I barely even bother going on Twitter after I got, suspended. People don't know I got booted off of Twitter. I got kicked off of Twitter. Let's talk about this real quick. Of all the people that go on Twitter and spark up insurgency and racism and riots and all this stuff, me, the guy who don't curse on here, the guy who, I'm pretty even killed. I got banned from Twitter for 2 years, thanks to Zone. That's why I don't F with y'all. But yeah, I went on Twitter because something happened at Slammiversary that did not sit well with me at all.
A lot of people.
let's just cut to the chase.
Cut to it.
And I'm going to say this because, you know, I'm a Masha Slamovich fan.
Yeah.
I've told you this. I've explained it to you. I think I've turned you into a little bit of a Masha Slamovich.
Yeah, you put me on game.
So for this whole TNA NXT partnership, you're expecting maybe something that looks like, you know, an equal partnership, right? Yeah. And it doesn't seem that that's the case whatsoever. Now, I have no problem. Maybe, like I said, again, this is a personal thing. Yeah. We love Trick Williams. That's our dude. We're in the group chat with Trick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I called Trick as being a star when he was still playing the heavy for Mello, right? Yeah. So to see him rise and to see him become, you know, the performer that he has and what he's, you know, the titles that he's won and everything, I'm excited for Trick, and the sky's the limit, I hope. So I'm okay with Trick Williams winning the TNA world title as a member of NXT because Trick has been positioned as someone who's a top guy.
Yeah.
And look, I don't like disrespecting athletes. And, you know, I'm on a national sports talk show. Yeah. A lot of people have no problem disrespecting athletes. Yeah. I try not to be one of those people. I respect people who do things that I can't do, who do things that I've dreamt of doing, right? But that being said, sometimes there are decisions that, like, it baffles you. Yeah. Having JC Jane not only defeat Stephanie Vaquer, not only defeat Jordan Grace, but also defeat Masha Slamovich to not only be the NXT Women's Champion, but to now be the new TNA Knockouts Champion. Yeah. I don't know, man. It was just based upon how she was positioned, based upon, in my opinion, being the third member of Toxic Attraction to maybe even being the third member of Fatal Influence. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a Fallon Henley fan too, as you know. The move just didn't make sense to me last night. And
that's not you going at the person.
No.
That is how a character has been presented to you over time. It don't make sense to end up where you think it is right now.
Yeah.
That's fair criticism as a wrestling fan.
When this hits YouTube, of course, you're going to get so many people that are telling me I'm wrong and like she deserves it and they've been a fan. I got to be honest with you. I can't never remember anyone clamoring and being that big of a fan until recently. And now all of a sudden, all these people are going to come out the woodwork and tell me and you that we're crazy. But I'm just saying from a
tell me I'm crazy no matter what.
But from a storyline perspective, man, it's kind of like I told you what my problem with the Death Riders was. Yeah. Because Marina Shafir, who I know is a pro fighter, but had never been positioned as in the women's division, she'd never been presented as a problem, right? She'd never been presented as a threat. And now all of a sudden she's in like the biggest group in the company and just murking and choking out some of the biggest men's stars that they have.
I am.
So that just didn't make sense to me. And this doesn't make sense to me.
And it feels like at that pay-per-view, for all this to go down, stings a little bit, you know, and we obviously people have heard me talk about how much fun and how welcoming and how much we love TNA.
I've been a TNA fan for years, Shay. Like when people say that, oh, AEW got me back into wrestling, I always say to those people, do you not know that TNA existed and they had some incredibly talented performers and they put on some great matches and some great cards? Like I wouldn't spend a whole hour watching the beautiful people entrance. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Angelina Love, shout out to Velvet Sky. But, and I would say, well, TNA was always there. ROH, Ring of Honor was always there. Did you not even give them a chance? Like, I don't know. So maybe I'm a little protective of TNA, especially because, like you said, they invited us, Tommy Dreamer. They treated us right. Got to watch a whole show from Gorilla, which was a whole new experience. I don't know, man. It just seems to me like maybe they're getting the short end of this stick. And I don't have a dog in the fight, right? I don't work for either company. I am just a super duper wrestling fan, man. Yeah. And it just seems to me that, like, I don't know. This partnership is one-sided. Yeah,
and there were plenty of good things about the pay-per-view. I know my man AJ Francis took a mean shot.
I hope AJ's knees is all right today.
Bro, man, that ladder shot to the nuts.
Well, that and then the moonsault.
The moonsault. By the way, shout out Nick Nemeth. You tried to catch him.
Yeah, AJ is a big dog, though, man.
That's a lot
coming at you, man.
Coming in
Shout
hot.
out, but hopefully he's all right. Like I said, looked like the knees were just like, ooh.
Well, man, a little cold plunge.
And then he took another one out the ring onto the ladder. Like AJ's doing the most.
Yeah, he said he's the best big man. He's trying to show you.
Multiple times he told us
trying to show you. But yeah, it just, and with everything that TNA as a company has been through, they were holding on by a thread at some point throughout the years. And now they have come back in this resurgence and now this partnership. And now people are looking at them like it was the wrong decision. But there's something in me that feels like, and I tweeted this, if both of their titles went to NXT, the next episode of TNA has to be a call of the troops. I need people slapping each other's helmets because we about to go in. And I'm talking full on invasion. We're not trying to be nice no more. It was all cool. Everybody gets a promo off. You got our property. Both of our big boys.
Yeah.
You got them both. And we, TNA as a company, as a brand, as a squad, as a team, need to do anything and everything to get them back because you have no home. Your home has no door, has no trophy. You're just there exercising if y'all don't have the biggest prize in either division. So this looks like a call to arms. And I need, as a fan, as a consumer, they put you in a position where now you got to see what they do next.
Yeah. And
business-wise, that's good business. But from right now, y'all are beaten. And you need to stand up for yourself. Pick up a chair, something.
A kendo stick.
Something.
But, and I get it. In the big scheme of things, someone's going to look at the attendance last night, see that was the most fans that they've had.
AJ coming back,
and you're going to say, like, more people are now talking about TNA. When you look at, like, the business side of it, I'm sure all of that is real, right? But I'm not one of these people that checks the Nielsen numbers, right? I don't look at the ratings. I don't work for Nielsen. I ain't got one of those black boxes. You know, I can only look at things through the eye test, right? And as a wrestling fan, and I'm going to, like, put this back in the day when we didn't have internet, like, access. If I'm just a fan and I'm sitting there, I'm reacting the way I'm reacting. Like, what is going on? Like, how are you
paid to talk about it, so you go and talk about it.
You know what I mean? Like, walk in your trap, take over your trap. And that's what they did. They took over the trap. So TNA's got to, like, I don't know what they got to
slide for the titles.
Come on, man.
You got to slide for the titles, TNA. And we love NXT. This has been the hub for NXT constantly. But you got to, bro. You got to go get your lick back. You got to go get it back, TNA.
And that's the thing. We are NXT friendly. We're TNA, ROH,
we NXT TNA friendly.
MLW. We're friendly with everybody.
Yeah, man. But we watching you.
But just like the legend of Billie Jean, right is right, fair is fair. You know what I'm saying? And just like the legend of Billie Jean, she wanted money for her brother's scooter. You know, we want TNA to like get a little bit of comeuppance.
Now, when you were just listing right there of everybody we friendly to, I heard you say MLW.
I did mention them, yes.
MLW. You know who I know somebody from MLW.
Yeah, we know a few people. We went to a show.
Yeah, but I mean an actor friend of mine. And I think I forgot to let them know that today on the No Contest Wrestling Podcast, we will have Paul Walter Hauser on the pod. And
Stingray.
Yeah, bro, that dude knows his stuff.
His stuff.
Funny as hell. And he's a good buddy of mine.
He's an incredible actor, too, man. He's so talented.
Dude is sick.
Yeah.
He's got trophies. He also got a title.
I think it's safe to say he's probably one of the best character actors. I don't think character actor is a
no. Yeah, character actor.
I've once been told by a friend of mine who's an actor that he'd rather be a character actor because it gives him a chance to, you know, really test different boundaries and go different levels and go places that he normally wouldn't get to go. So, yeah, he's definitely one of the best in the game, man. I don't even think that's a question.
Yeah, man. And should we get to that?
Might as well, because if you let me talk more about this, I'm going to offend somebody, and I don't really want to offend nobody. I want justice for Slamovich.
Justice for Slamovich. Don't make TJ have to Slamovich. But here is our interview with Paul Walter Hauser. Ladies and gentlemen, fans of the No Contest Wrestling Podcast, as promised, we have here a multi-time award winner.
Yes, sir.
Got a SAG award. I don't have one of those because Spotlight won, but we'll get to that later. Emmy? My man.
I don't know. I got the Emmy and the Globe, but I actually don't have a SAG award.
You don't have a SAG?
The only SAG award I'm winning is these sagging male breasts.
Whoa,
that is the only.
Well, thank God you don't have one. I mean, I don't have a Globe or an Emmy.
I got nominated for Best Ensemble. That's what you got nominated for, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the Spotlight win for you too?
The Five Bloods.
Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks, Mark Ruffalo. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Walter Hauser. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you.
What's up, bro?
Clapping for you, dude. I'm a fan of your work, legitimately.
Thank you.
Loved your work in Compton and Long Shot and Cocaine Bear. And
Cocaine Bear is always the one where I'm like.
Now you got a franchise with DOT. It's very cool to see you earning your stripes and doing your own thing.
Thank you, man. You have been my
it's not a bunch of nepotism. It's the real
spirit
thing.
Animal as far as wrestling goes, because like
we're both living our dreams, man.
Yeah, but like you are in the shits, bro. Like you get to like you go hard,
right?
And you've earned this level of respect from wrestling fans. So like, what's the thought process of you had all these films in the tank? Richard Jewell being like the one I think that everyone has jammed into their minds. And then you deciding, you know what, square circle.
Well, I mean, we're not that far in age, right? I'm probably between you guys' ages. I was born in '86. Okay. So like a lot of the same references. When I was a kid growing up in Saginaw, Michigan, wrestling was massive. When I'm 10 years old, it's '96. Hogan's turning heel. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart are fighting. Like a lot of things are happening in '96. So like, wrestling on trampolines or like doing backyard wrestling, that was a very big thing when I was a kid. Oh, man. So we would mess around and do that, and it was mostly like the lamest thing imaginable. You hit him with a cookie sheet. He's suffocating him with a teddy bear, like the dumbest stuff ever. But like just that little bit of whatever, I always wanted to try wrestling. I was like, I have to. And I knew I wasn't going to get there athletically. I wasn't like, I played sports, but not well. I was like barely a Mike Bibby. You know what I mean? Like I was on the team, but I wasn't.
He said barely.
I was, I wasn't even a Steve Kerr. I was like, what would I be? I was like
a Jed Bushler.
I was a Jed Bushler for sure.
Okay.
But with maybe some Luke Longley facial features. But I just was like, if I'm going to become an actor, like maybe I'll make it big enough to where like you get to do a match or something. Because at the time, Will Sasso had a run-in with Bret Hart on WCW.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had seen a couple personalities come in and do stuff in wrestling. And what happened was I got asked to, well, for one, I stayed with Diamond Dallas Page. I stayed with Page at his house for, I think, 7 weeks when I was training for Blackbird. So I did the show on Apple where I play serial killer, and I had to drop weight. I was like, I don't look enough like the guy. So I dropped 35 pounds in 7 weeks with the help of DDPY and just a crazy diet regimen. I mean, like Dallas found like Reese's peanut butter cups in my trash can, was like, we're going to talk about this. Like, I felt like you were in trouble with your dad or something. So like I lost that weight, but while I was in Georgia living with Dally, I made friends with these local wrestlers. It was Anthony Agogo, who wrestled for All Elite, and my buddy Darian Bankston, who's mostly on the indies but has popped up here and there, and GCW and ROH and stuff. And they were like, do you want to get in a ring? Like, you should get in a ring. So I went to Sting's cinematic match, the first one back.
Yeah.
And Dallas surprised me with it as like a gift to me. It was the coolest thing ever. And he's like, go take a bump, bro. Get in the ring. And I'm like, I'm not going to get in the ring. Tony Khan is right there. Sting's over here. Ricky Saints. Like, I'm not going to look like an idiot in front of these guys. Yeah. You like that self-edit on Ricky Saints?
I
God, I am so good.
We interviewed him a few months ago, and I called him Starks twice.
How dare you?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was definitely going to.
Don't make me bring up stuff about you, all right?
Wonderful wrestler.
Primavera.
But I was like, I'm not going to do that and be disrespectful. And Dallas goes, they don't care. Get in the ring. So I just did the littlest tiny back bump.
Yeah.
And I showed the footage to you earlier. I was like, the tiniest flat back. Something magical happened. And I've talked about this. I haven't talked to that many wrestlers about this. I want to know what their version of it was. But I had a crazy moment where the sound I've heard my whole life, that crashing sound of the boards with the spring on the metal with the tiny bit of foam, I felt it as I heard it for the first time. So that sound, it may as well be a neighbor to you. It lives in you. The same way like, the Wilhelm scream or Dude's music or something, something clicked and I just went, oh, I'm doing it. Yeah. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it was going to hurt either. I thought it was going to hurt like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And after having 18 matches or whatever I've had, some things hurt like hell. But I got enough fat on my back and enough stupid in my head that I could take it. And I was like, I think I can do this if I try. So I took some classes and trained for 3 hours at Cody's school, Nightmare Factory. Some of his guys were kind enough to show me the ropes, literally, figuratively. And then I made friends with Paul London, and Paul London, former, WWE superstar.
Yeah.
He took me under his wing, and we started working out in LA together. And
that's great.
And Sammy Callahan, who now works at TNA, he was running a show for his promotion called Wrestling Revolver, and he said, "Hey, we're doing a show to raise money for the wildfires in Maui. You want to come do something?" I thought he meant take pictures with Cobra Kai fans or something.
Right.
He's like, "Do you want to do a match?" And I'm like, "Do I want to do a match?"
Yeah.
Does Trump like 12-year-olds? So I was so excited, dude. Does Snyder hate the Three Ninjas? Yeah. I'm just trying to pull out references now of evil men I know from my past. I'm a big Three Ninjas stan.
Shout out Three Ninjas.
Shout out to Three Ninjas. If you don't know, 100%. Colt, Tum Tum, Rocky, three dedicated young men who learned the craft of martial arts. And then they used it for good. Of course, now they're working at H&R Block or something, but at the time it was very influential for their community. I had my first match at the time of my life, and I nobody could stop me. So that's my ish. I'm not trying to be like Logan Paul. I can't be Logan Paul. He's an incredible physical specimen. He's a massive superstar globally. Props to him and what he's doing, but I'm doing more the thing of I'm going to a 400-seat place and getting paid a few $100 and getting hit with a chair. I'm doing the real can I swear on this?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
I'm doing the real shit is what I'm calling it. I'm doing the real shit. Yeah. And maybe it'll get there someday where I'll be really good and I'll do a acai moonsault. Right. But for now, I'm doing back suplexes and Boston crabs.
That's a
living
dope,
the
man.
dream, bro.
So we talked.
Would you ever do it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
I'm just waiting for Den of Thieves 3 so I get my R&B body. But then after that, I'm going.
When is Den of by the way, that's a great sequel
Den
title.
of Thieves?
Den of Thieves.
I said that during an interview because I said it on accident and I've been rocking with it ever since. But yeah, Den of Thieves. Yeah, we have I'm trying to what's my man's name?
Where's my dirty cop role in that movie, bro? When do you
I'll talk to Gudagas today.
When do you and me get to do our heat moment with Pacino, De Niro, and Diner? Two dudes who are trying to do a monologue, but secretly they're thinking about the food in front of them.
I'm so down. I don't know where he's going to locate it. There's been whispers of countries where you would stand out. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Countries
that's all I
where they
say.
don't serve seconds. Budapest. We're talking about Budapest. I have been given an invite to extend to you. You both know any MLW show. We would love to have you guys anytime to come chill. But Court Bauer texted me before I came on. And he said, let O'Shea know if he wants to get in any sort of ring shape whatsoever and do the Battle Riot next year in 26. We'd love to have him. So just so
I
you know,
hate no contest wrestling exclusives.
just so you know, the invite is there. We'd
Okay.
love to have you.
Okay.
But I know you got family, you got jobs, you got this. You're busy, but just know it's there.
All right.
If you need a motivator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we went to battle. Is that?
Yeah, that's what we went to.
Thank you for coming, man. That was
that
really
was-
cool.
that was a
we
great
got some
show,
cool.
man.
Actually, I know D-Lo's going to kill me for being this late, but we can post the pictures of that we have of you.
Oh,
from,
yeah.
that MLW show.
Because we actually used them
You
in
got the
another
video. The slow-mo video is like the only one people watch.
got
They're like, dude,
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
I got you.
that was fun.
So, Paul, going back to when your love of wrestling started, who were your guys as a kid? Like, who were the guys who, like, you had to get the dolls and the action figures, and who were the ones that you wanted to
Yeah.
see?
I mean, as a little kid, I think you're usually attracted to the baby faces. I don't think that's any secrets. So, like, early on, it was Hulk Hogan and Sting when I was a little kid, but more so Sting. I liked that Sting wasn't in your face all the time. There was something about, like, I don't know, like sometimes I'm trying to equate it to like hip hop or something. Some dudes are just in your face too much.
Yeah.
Like there are some stars, I won't say their names, but some people it's like they're on a commercial, then they're hosting a game show, then they're starring in a movie.
Little
Then it's
oversaturated.
like, yeah, it's like chill out.
Yeah.
Do things you do really well. Don't just be a money gobbling whore, as it were. So like Hogan kind of felt like a bit of a whore. And
I too feel that Hogan is a whore.
samesies.
Yeah. We'll get to that later.
I got invited to go watch that Real American Wrestling thing.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. I'm too busy. Well, maybe in the future. Nah, I'm going to be busy forever.
You heard him with I'll be washing my hair.
I gotta wash my hair.
I gotta wash my hair that day.
Sorry, there's a SWAT team at my door. What? I gotta go. No, but I loved Sting because he had like the superhero vibe.
Yeah.
Good guy, not oversaturated to me. And then of course the lineage of like good guy to dark hero Sting, and go through the NWO thing, and then the longevity of that dude is just crazy. But you know what? I loved technical wrestling too. Like even as a little kid, 10, 12 years old, like I loved watching Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Bret Hart, Owen Hart. Like I was all about seeing a good match. I didn't need the bells and whistles. I did want to watch good wrestling.
I understand that. I felt
What about
the
you
same way.
guys?
Shit, for me, my big brother introduced me to wrestling. You know, my older brother also in '86, he's the one who put me on. And it was through video games, through Sega Genesis. WWF Raw was the game, showing me Razor Ramon, Undertaker,
it well.
Doink the Clown, just like showing me all these guys. And
Was
then,
it the arcade one?
well, it's at home on the Sega Genesis, but it's
Sega.
that same one that's in the art. Yeah.
I love that one.
And so you can like make Undertaker shoot off his hand.
Doink
But,
has like a giant mallet.
right, like
Okay.
they have like
Yeah,
low-key
yeah,
powers. And from
the
there he
video
was
game
like
was the entry point.
he was like we can watch
didn't-
this.
He didn't know Hogan as a good guy.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He didn't know there was a WWF Hulk Hogan.
My
when he
first
started.
like grasping Hogan, he was
funny.
already in the NWO. So I was like, whoa, he was with WWF. And then it was like, so who? I thought you said this guy's name was Razor Ramon. My brother's like, yeah, well, yeah, he's Scott Hall here. What do you mean
You had to
Scott
get-
Hall
You
here?
had to get smart enough to the business really quick, man.
And so we started watching every week from there. I remember it being such a big deal that Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman are going to
Can we
wrestle.
talk about that for a minute? That was
That
a
was
big deal.
It was a big deal. It
insane.
was huge.
That was insane.
And like
it-
as a kid, you love wrestling, you love the NBA, and it's like these two things are somehow coming together. Like, what is going on?
yeah, and that that's kind of when it hit that like you don't have to be a wrestler, to get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Because like it's Dennis Rodman, it's Karl Malone. I remember Karl Malone opened up his wingspan
Yeah,
during the
man.
match.
Yeah, I remember that.
was like, and they were like, it's like a condor. I was like, yeah, dude,
Dude,
like
straight
those
Darkwing
moments.
Duck.
Yeah, those moments right there are, my childhood and growing up. And then when I started watching it every week, it was 99 into the 2000s. talking to everybody at school. You know, if you didn't know what happened on Raw or you didn't know what happened on when SmackDown was on UPN, shout out UPN, rest in peace. That was a real issue. You were a weirdo if you didn't know.
You weren't a real fan?
Yeah, no.
It was just that culture. It was like water cooler talk if you were between the ages of 10 and 18.
Yeah, you got it. But The Rock was my guy. My dad actually one day picked me up from school without my knowledge, took me to lunch with The Rock, and I've
heard that story.
I was so starstruck, I couldn't say shit. Like nothing would come out because I couldn't believe.
You gotta do that over again.
He was just there, right. And then when he paid for his food, I stole his change.
He stole the tip.
Yeah, I stole. Not the tip, but like the lady brought back the change, and like I took a quarter. She kept the bills.
Because you wanted a piece of The Rock's money.
I needed that. And it's still in a sandwich bag in my mother's safe.
That's wow.
Yeah, bro. I
go hard. And
my dirty ass school shirt that he signed.
Yeah. That's dedication right there.
Man, bro.
Dedication, bro.
Yep. Now it's the tribal chief.
I remember Buff Bagwell gave me the too sweet to my fingers when I was front row at Nitro in 97.
Word. Oh, by the way, you heard what happened to Buff?
I watched the video. I'm a big fan of Maven Huffman's YouTube page. I think it's tremendous.
Just shout out to Buff Bagwell. If anyone doesn't know, he
cleaned up his life, man.
Yeah, leg amputated, unfortunately, but he seems to be in great spirits.
I know his girl Stacy. She does DDPY all the time at Dallas's, and she's a good, wonderful woman, good spirit, loves the Lord, like the kind of woman that like you're happy that they're settling down and like living real life, not what he thought was life, which we've all been there.
Yeah, man.
Now I know you when you took that first bump and you heard the sound and you felt it. That sounds magical. I need to know.
You haven't seen the clip though, because he showed me a clip, which hopefully we might be able to use or not.
Oh wait, you might have seen it. Did I text you my trailer for my documentary?
Yeah, it's
yeah. Where Paul takes the bump, lays it for a second, rolls out, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah, this is it.
Like I'm doing. It wasn't like it was like, oh, that hurt. It was like, nah.
But like, let's talk about like how delusional some of these dreams and things can be sometimes. Like what are? Doesn't matter who your dad or auntie or best friend or anybody are. How hard is it to break into Hollywood to get any role at all? Statistically, to book a commercial, to book 5 lines on How I Met Your Mother, to get into a movie. And then what are the statistical odds on staying in the business and then being a success and working with the likes of Charlize Theron, Margot Robbie, Gerard Butler, Liam Neeson? It's like, it's a little crazy, bro. It is a little crazy.
A lot of it is right place, right time. Just right.
And I've always said that, advantageous and whatever. But like, and I'm a God guy, so like, I got to give it up to fate too, and be like,
for sure.
There's stuff in my lap that I did not know was on the menu.
Absolutely.
But that's how I look at wrestling. I cannot disqualify myself just because I look like a schlubby comedy guy. I still know how to run the ropes. I can still take bumps. I'm not afraid of blood. I'm willing to learn.
Yeah, we saw that.
Like,
not afraid of heights.
Yeah,
afraid of heights. Not at all.
Yeah, but my question.
I've always said that though, real quick about what you guys do is like, acting has to be probably the toughest profession in the world because think about it, not everyone's 7 feet tall, right? So not everyone can throw a ball 90 miles per hour, but literally everyone has the ability to be placed in front of a camera and be an actor, whether you're good at it or not. It's a whole nother situation, but anyone can, in theory, do it.
Yes.
Now, can you be good at it? Like I said, another story, but like, anyone can.
In wrestling, I'm just trying to refine and get better. Sorry, you had an actual question.
Yeah, but just real quick on what you said. There's so many times where like that, especially that first week in my trailer with the size, and I'm like, boy, they picked the wrong guy, dude. Like, oh my God, like, how am I going to remember all this? Do I really know the character? And I start like, the wheels start going. And then once I get my feet wet, I'm like, oh yeah, we're good. Like, I'm good. I got this. I can handle this. And then by week 2, week 3, you got a film that you in. Yeah, I'm in pocket. So like, even if you are in the business, you question it because there's still that part of you that wasn't in the business. But then when you turn it on, you turn it on. But what I wanted to ask you, what was your welcome to wrestling moment where you were like, all right, that hurt a little bit?
Yeah. So I love the welcome to wrestling moment. That's so good. Because you know exactly what that means when you hear it.
Yeah.
For me, it was, I've had a few welcome to wrestling moments that were not self-induced. They're just kind of like, ooh. I think one of them was in a match with it was a Battle Riot a year ago, so not the one you guys went to, the one before that. This buddy of mine, he goes under the name Mr. Thomas. He wrestles. He's probably 6'6", maybe 6'7", with his boots on.
Wow.
Dude is built like no one I know. Maybe we can pull up a photo of him, but Mr. Thomas is a big dude, and his hands are that of, probably an NBA like power forward. And he chopped me within the first minute. I think that I was in the ring. I got my shit in.
Yeah.
And then I turned. He chopped me so hard. And I sold it, but I didn't really have to sell because shit hurt a lot. It was the hardest I'd ever been chopped. And what I love about him, which I love the guys that don't take it easy. He came back and he goes, I need to do that again. Like, I need another. And I was like, it hurt like hell a second time. But it was very much a welcome to wrestling moment of like, yeah, we're doing this dance, and I know you're in whatever movie, but like, you're now one of the boys.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of those. Sometimes it feels like when a younger guy does it, it feels like it's like an FU.
Yeah.
When an older dude does it, it feels like we're homies.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there's
that.
just something about it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
See,
Trying to test you.
Yeah, I'm buddies with Bobby Fish, but like that dude kicked me in the face one time. I thought I broke my jaw. Like I immediately just went, and just like took a minute because I'm like, damn, dude.
Well, speaking of that, have your team, your acting team, have your
Just
people
about to say that.
have they tried to get you to not do this? Because, it can take you out of your other job for a while if something goes astray.
I was at CAA for like 6 or 7 years, had a good run there. And one of the agents there was like, please be careful. Don't do this. Text me or call me after every match.
Yeah.
But my manager, this dude, Brian Walsh, who I call out on stage when I say get the tables, because that's like one of our inside jokes.
Okay.
Walsh is like, you can't stop him. Like, you're never going to stop. Like, just let dude do it and hope to God he's smart. And so, yeah, the people that really know me, they know not to get in the way.
Yeah.
Because no one is stopping me unless God stops me and is like, hey, this is called spinal stenosis. Your fat ass can't do this anymore. That will be different.
Yeah.
But we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. I'm grateful that Sam Leon, my age, she does not watch the pod.
Okay.
Because, man, I could hear the call now. You better not fucking do anything. Like, I can hear her.
I took that Jeff Jarrett guitar shot on All Elite.
Yes. Yeah. I remember that.
And I sold the hell. I sold it like I got shot with a shotgun,
Mm-hmm.
And my manager and agent knew that I was doing something in the ring, and they knew it would be physical, but they both were just like, is he getting up?
Yeah.
So like 45 seconds, minute and a half, I'm still selling. They're like, oh.
Yeah. During the first Den of Thieves, I don't know if you know this, TJ, but I go through it quite a bit in the first Den of Thieves.
Yeah, you got beat up a little bit.
Yeah, but I would have to look at my older brother and uncle and give them a, if I don't wink, they're like, it's all hell broke loose. They got in the AD's face. Like it was pretty wild that first Den of Thieves.
Yeah.
Shout out to Christian. But yeah, if you don't give that wink, that athlete thumbs up. Yeah, bro,
Dennis Bird.
They're ready to go. So
my first movie I missed, we were doing a very clumsy fight scene, the kind of thing you'd see in a Coen Brother movie where it's like more funny than serious. But it's me and a bunch of these like younger kids.
What movie is this?
It was called Virginia. It was the first movie I ever booked. I went to be a background extra, and I ended up getting I was number 6 on the call sheet or something. Crazy story. But we're doing this fight scene, and we've done 7-8 takes in a row. And when we reset, it's literally just me going back into the car, having my face dabbed for sweat.
yeah.
And they go right into it because they're trying to get the light. And like it's dawn. So we're going one after another. And this is when I was 330 pounds, I think. So this is like 70 pounds ago or whatever, 80 pounds ago. I'm getting tired as shit.
Yeah.
And on the 9th take, the blocking was off and I knew it. And so I tried to do a wrestling thing where I'm supposed to get thrown against a car by this other actor. His name's Alex Frost. He was in Drillbit Taylor and Elephant.
Such a wrestling name.
Alex Frost. Alex Frost would be an NXT guy who's just going like, when he comes out, he just goes, this is my gimmick. This is my gimmick.
The fabulous Alex Frost.
What's your gimmick? You hit your chest twice, then you go like this. The real McCoy, Alex Frost. But he throws me against the car, and I know the blocking's off. So I'm like, I'm not going to make it to the car. I'm just going to hit the car with my hand and then sell it like I hit my head because where the camera was. So I'm trying to do some wrestling stuff with the metal chair to the head. Oh, it hit his head.
Yeah, right.
And I fall forward and my hand is on the car. So I have like an athletic like lineman injury where I strain my shoulder and it goes back like that.
Yeah.
I fall to the ground and I try improvising and I just yell. I go, cut. I called my own cut because I'm like,
cut is crazy.
I knew I was going to the hospital.
Yeah, this is it, folks.
And did you?
Yeah. I was crying. I remember I was crying, apologizing to the director. I go, I'm so sorry. He's like, we already got it. We got it. And then it didn't end up in the movie. And I'm like,
dude,
man.
That's such
kind of like my limbo, or not limbo. What is the scene where you go around the bar and you're like,
the dun 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 dun
tango?
yeah, not the tango, conga,
the conga,
Yeah.
the conga line scene in Kingpin with Vanessa Angel, Woody Harrelson.
Oh
that was
my
like
gosh.
one person behind Vanessa Angel, and it got cut out. No one will ever see it. But
Bummer. I still get stuff cut all the time. I got something cut from Fantastic Four. I get. It just happens, right?
Yeah,
it happens.
Bro, my funniest
It's a
joke
bummer
in
when you
Long
love
Shot.
it.
Yeah, my funniest joke in Long Shot got cut. I'll never forget it to this day.
what was the joke?
And because like there was a whole thing where in Long Shot, in the beginning of the movie, like Seth Rogen kind of has a bit of a run-in with Boyz II Men, and they make fun of him and like they like retweet him.
Yeah.
And then so later on at the end of the movie, a video of Seth making love to Seth is aired out on the internet, and there was I did an improv one time and said Boyz II Men retweeted it, and it started an arc where Boyz II Men just fucking hates Seth, but like we had to cut it because we had to reshoot. And so, man, to this day, I've never had a set erupt like that moment, and it's just gone. I also had 2 wives cut out.
Oh, wow. O'Shea just said the funniest thing. It's for sure going in the movie.
Yeah, it's not going in the movie.
Levine, you have to put it in.
Sean Levine.
Johnny Levine.
What a guy.
Shooting a drama right now.
Yeah?
He's shooting like a football drama with Mike Shannon. One of my favorite actors of all time, Michael Shannon.
Dude, that dude has such a strong face.
Yeah.
Strong. Like I don't know what he laughs at.
But you meet him and he's like a sweetheart. But he definitely looks like he's thought about killing you mid-combat. He's got that about him.
100%.
Seems that way.
Now, you have one?
Well, I know just since we're on the acting tip, you were talking about doing extra work. We talked about the wrestling bug. When did the acting bug hit you? When did you decide, man, I want to go give this a shot?
Yeah, similar to like the culture of the 90s, it's like, it's kind of astounding / a little depressing to think about how many comedy stars we had in the 90s versus now. It's not even, and it's not even close, as O'Shea would tweet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a real fan.
Yeah, that's right.
I know that one. But it's not even close. I mean, when I was 5-6 years old, it's like Eddie Murphy, Jim Carrey, Steve Martin, Robin Williams. Suddenly, like Sandler and Farley are on SNL. They're making Wayne's World. Like there's a million pieces of great comedy coming out. And I just kind of was drawn to comedy first. Eventually I would discover Jack Nicholson or Natalie Portman, all these people, I love their work or whatever. But at the outset, it was just like the 1-2 punch of me seeing like Mrs. Doubtfire and then The Mask, or The Mask and then freaking Dumb and Dumber. It's like, I was like, this looks like the greatest thing in the world. How do you do this for a living? And I remember my dad's a Lutheran minister, He's a pastor, since retired, but I got interviewed at my church. We were doing like a Christmas pageant or whatever, and they had the local news come by. And up until then, my teachers had told me, they're like, you were talking about maybe being a pastor like your dad. You mentioned it a few times. And then when the local news showed up, and you're doing B-roll shots of you like singing as like a Christmas elf or whatever the hell, they were like, we want to interview that kid, because I was like hamming it up on purpose, trying to get noticed. Mind you, I'm 9,
Kid's a star,
maybe 10, but like I'm already like trying to be advantageous.
Yeah.
And so they interview me and I go, I want to be like Jim Carrey or Robin Williams when I grew up. I want to be an actor. And that was the first time I said it out loud, was 9 or 10 years old on the local news.
Man,
that's somewhere.
on the hot
There's some
seat.
clip somewhere.
On the hot seat.
That's wild, man. And then you followed through with it.
Followed through. And then, of course, like 10 years later, I go from watching Mrs. Doubtfire and Ace Ventura to now I'm watching, 25th Hour or Gangs of New York. And I'm like, oh, this is like a whole new thing. And I just fell in love with guys like Sidney Lumet or Rob Reiner. I was like, how's Rob Reiner making Princess Bride and Misery and A Few Good Men? Like, this dude's on another level. And so that I fell in love with that. And my dream has always been, I'm going to act, I'm going to write screenplays, I'm going to direct, I'm going to produce, I'm going to do comedy, and I'm going to wrestle. So I'm just slowly trying to pick away at that whenever it makes sense.
Huh? That's dope.
I growing up, as a kid, if it wasn't a black movie, I wouldn't really watched it. I couldn't connect.
You mean you weren't a huge fan of Wes Anderson's Rushmore?
No, but that's
7
the
years
thing.
old?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there because that is one of my favorites now.
I was watching Soul Food, okay? It was only George Tillman for young white Paul. Okay?
It was my grandmother Dolores, that actually showed me my favorite movie of all time, The Big Lebowski. And like The Big Lebowski, my grandma
sick ass grandma, dude. My grandma would not be okay with that.
Yeah,
movie.
my grandma showed me The Big Lebowski.
My grandma introduced me to the Golden Girls, which I still love.
Yeah, me too. Same thing.
Props.
Same thing.
Props.
And also, Roseanne and One Life to Live and General Hospital. Those are and all my children. I had to watch those before I could get the
brainwashing
TV.
people,
Bro, Todd Manning. Shout out to Todd Manning.
See, we were all the
Those y'all know.
CBS
Todd's the real
ones.
one.
As the World Turns, Bold and the Beautiful, Guiding Light, Capital.
Guiding Light.
Guiding Light was it for
That's a
long
cult.
time.
So sorry.
My grandma was more ABC. But then, I got, when I went into
Lebowski.
homeschool, 7th grade through 11th grade, I had a teacher, Hernan, who's actually the reason why I became a screenwriter and even got into college, because I was a daydreamer. And he put a notebook in front of me and was like, dude, whatever you're thinking about, just write it down because you're not here right now. And then that turned into a 120-page handwritten story that ends up me going to SC. But he's the one that showed me stuff like Patton, showed me Doctor Strange.
Yeah, you need that person who like introduces
that
you to
opens that door a little bit. And then my brother Daryl showing me Pulp Fiction and like all these. So like my world was open, and then I started to really look at movies differently, and then I got a love for it, and then I got thrown into acting. Is there anybody that you see as like that you still want to act with? You still want to?
Oh, dude, come on.
I need to know them, bro.
Ton of people. I'm oh man, I'm like trying to figure out where to start. I'm a big fan of, once again, like I'm a big fan of people where I just love their work. It's not about a level of fame. So like there are guys like Peter Sarsgaard, Michael Shannon, Stephen Graham, Mahershala Ali. Like I'm dying to work with the ones that I just think are killers.
Yeah.
I just want to work with the killers.
Exactly.
Secretly, like I would love to be put in a movie where like I'm the Jonah to DiCaprio, like Wolf of Wall Street. But part of me, I got a weird like, and it's, by the way, it's not ego, it's ambition, and it's the desire to just, I'm competitive. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm violently competitive, and not to the detriment of anyone, but to the motivation for myself. Yeah. So I want to work with Gyllenhaal and Leo and Michael B. Jordan, but I only want to work with them to show like we're going to spar, and no matter who wins on the page, I'm going to break my teeth off on this Courier 12 font.
I just had that same feeling with Bryan Cranston. I did a movie with Bryan just because in the script I saw we had a one-on-one. Like,
that's enough to, of course.
You need that, And Jason Mitchell, who played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton, he's the one that taught me how to look at it like that, because I'm just going off the page what I think would happen. And me and him were watching, I forget what movie we were watching, but he goes, like he's looking at it and he goes, he just fucked him up right there. And I'm watching two people talk. And he started showing me like acting like boxing or like basketball, like how I look at it like a sport. And so he kind of really flipped that in me where I have that same feeling. Somebody that I really want to work with, and I'm going to butcher his last name, John Bernthal.
Bernthal. Yeah. It's my boy. Yeah.
Dude. I got to, dude. I have to. I have
incredible.
to talk to him and like work with him.
He and I were talking about doing like a boxing story where he'd be a boxer and I'd be a promoter. But it was like one of those things where it's like you're the crazy fat like sketchy dude, and I'm just kind of like I want to work with Bernthal, but I also like I got to be careful how many of these same roles I play.
Yeah.
If I get too redundant, where like if I'm feeling it's redundant, the audience is for sure feeling it's redundant.
Yeah.
So I just have to be cognizant of that, and that's why I try to do like I did this tiny indie film we shot for like $3 million in South America called The Luckiest Man in America.
Yeah.
It's like I got to be the lead, but it's not the biggest movie, but good script. I'm working with David Strathairn and Walt Goggins and everybody from Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones to Johnny Knoxville, like dope cast.
Yeah.
But then I'm also doing Fantastic Four, and it's like I probably had 3 scenes in Fantastic Four. It's not like I'm the Joker in Dark Knight.
Right.
But I'm trying to give some form of variety, both for my own sanity and so that the audience feels I'm palatable and I'm not just like hitting them over the head with the same damn thing.
Exactly.
And you also have Naked Gun coming out, right?
Yes, dude. I saw it the other night for the first time.
Yeah, how you feel?
It's great. It's great.
Nice.
Thank God. Not that I like thought it wouldn't be, but like, dude, you don't know.
You're nervous about every baby.
You don't know. And comedy's weird where it's like we're not just making a comedy. We're making a comedy that has a history we're living up to. Classic. And it has to have a tonality that we hit. So it's kind of like, let's put it this way. If you're from the South or you're from Sicily or some very specific place, you can have the cuisine replicated, but you take one bite, you know whether or not this is somebody's auntie or this is Joe, Michael Tribbiani Jr. or whatever, something Italian, like, you know. Yeah. So I think for me, it was like, wait, why did I make that food allegory? I was making it in...
Just because of the Naked Gun's very specific.
Yeah, it's like we are having to somehow make this Sicilian dish, and not all of us are Sicilian.
Yeah.
So it's like we're just trying to get that right. And then I watched it the other night, and I was like, oh wow! Not only did we get it right, it just feels like a sequel that was made by all the same people. It just happens to be Liam instead of Leslie.
Yeah, and that's what everybody wants. And your character you're the son of
George Kennedy's character. I'm the junior of that character. Yeah.
Hard being a junior, dude.
Looking forward to that immensely.
It's hard being a junior.
Hard being a junior, bro.
You would know.
Hard being a junior, bro.
Well, I see you got the ROH hat on.
Yeah,
what's up with you within Ring of Honor?
You know what's funny? I haven't talked about this much, but like, I love Ring of Honor's history. How many people came out of there? It's just crazy. Like,
I'm a big ROH
Seth
fan.
Rollins is ROH.
I just was at
Ricky
Supercard of
is
Honor.
ROH. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, Brian Daniels. I mean, we could be there all night.
It's
Just
nuts.
The amount of
It's really
people.
nuts.
I'm a punk man myself.
CM Punk. You know?
I fell out of wrestling for a couple of years post high school, I think, and ROH weirdly got me back into it. ROH and TNA did, and so watching like El Generico and the Briscoes and stuff got me back in. So I'm a fan of the product, but I'm buddies with Tony Khan, as I am a bunch of different people that work in the.
Shout out TK.
Yep. Shout out to TJ. TJ?
TK.
TK.
Well, TJ and TJ. Either way,
all of them.
But I've done some work with All Elite Wrestling, mostly just little cameos or doing like broadcasting. As you shout out to Big Three the other night, you did sideline report. I was courtside reporting. I was doing that for All Elite. So while I was doing that, I had a run in with this guy. Do you know QT Marshall?
Yeah,
I'm aware.
Yeah.
QT Marshall.
You know what? That's better than most people say. Most people have no idea. They're not aware. But dude is a great wrestler. Also cut his teeth in ROH and is there now.
Trainer also, right?
Yeah. And he came up and was like, they were like, hey, QT's going to do a bit and come up and give you some shit or whatever. And I'm used to this. Like, oh, let's do the segment. Let's do the segment. and he threw a drink in my face. And mind you, once again, I'm willing to play ball. Like it's fun. Like I had a guitar broken over my head, like a Jeff Jarrett guitar. I'm cool with throwing a drink in my face. It's part of the show. But I smelled it about 10, 12 seconds in. You can see it if you find the clip. You can see something turn or shift. Yeah. And like, I'm not that good of an actor. Like you can tell something's wrong. There was alcohol, and I'm over 3 years sober. I'm celebrating my 4 years of sobriety this autumn, assuming I make it one day at a time. But I stormed off the set, and nobody cares because they're like, oh, he's acting, he's doing the thing. But I'm like, not cool. Like that, it could have been anything. I talked to his friends, and they're like, he doesn't drink that much. Like, so that's kind of weird that I'm like, so whether he meant to or not, in my head, I'm like, now I'm thinking this dude did this on purpose to mess with me. Yeah. And if that's your idea of a practical joke, I'll shoot, not work, shoot, beat your ass. Yeah. I got kids and stuff. So Tony's like, oh, I'll put you guys in group text. Everything's cool. But TMZ was following me out of the Grove, and I just start talking to them. And I'm kind of, we all do it. Yeah, we're all talking our shit. I had to get off Twitter because I couldn't stop talking my shit. Yeah. I couldn't police my own tongue. And then they're doing the storyline. They're like, yeah, we'll respond to it. And I'm like, if y'all keep going with this, like I'm going to need a match. So I've been wrestling with MLW primarily. That's my home right now. But I got a lot of love and a lot of friends in that company. So, I'm hoping me and QT get to do the dance. I guess I'll say it on here because manifesting is like a thing. Absolutely. If anybody's watching, Lord knows I've already texted Tony about it. I want to match with QT Marshall. So, dude, you're not that busy in ROH other than interfering Aaron Solo's matches or whatever dude you've convinced to be your ROH disciple. Come mess with me, dude. Find out how much of an actor I am. Find out if I'm still acting when you're bleeding all over an ROH canvas, bro. That's my message to the dude.
That's an NCW exclusive?
Okay. There's been a couple exclusives.
I'm loving it right now. Yeah. I'm loving the energy.
I'm going to be
I was wondering, I was like, is this art or something?
He's got a gun.
For those...
He playing QT?
If this were Naked Gun, I would pull out like a fiddle and start playing it. But I wrestled for this company, Progress, who's been super cool and generous bringing me in. I had a match in Vegas, Mania weekend, and it was part of the collective GCW and Defy and all those companies. And I won this title called the Proteus title, and I just wanted to show it off because I know you're a title belt guy.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a title.
Rarely do I see you without one. Yeah. So I just wanted to pass this around and say I got injured during the match. I broke 4 ribs.
What a beast.
So I have not been wrestling. I've just been acting and producing the last 2.5 months. My first Proteus title match with Progress in London will be August 25th at the hallowed halls of the Electric Ballroom, where everybody from Will Ospreay to Finn Balor have been.
Yes, sir.
I hope people find a way to at least watch. I know
Camden,
it's a bit
London,
of a hike.
August 25th.
Bit of a hike.
This is the hardware. Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
So I'm defending that title on the Indies and in Progress, and then hopefully I'll be showing up at places like, ROH or Wrestling Revolver or wherever will have me.
Oh, absolutely.
It's amazing.
One thing I want to say about MLW too is we are not playing this petty game of like other companies don't exist, only we exist. We get it. We are not the top tier right now, but we are trying to exist in a world that loves professional wrestling. And I think it's okay to just exist and to have incremental growth, right?
Why not?
So
that's great.
Court Bauer, to his credit, he's been letting me go around and not be non-exclusive to MLW. It's my home, but I'm also stepping into other people's homes.
I like that.
Right, but you repping when you go.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And I'll be repping tonight on the carpet at Fantastic Four. We got a premiere in downtown LA.
Yeah. And we would thank Paul for that because you do have a big Hollywood event tonight. But
I love it.
Before that one, there's a match. You got Ziggy Dice coming up before that.
That's right. Yeah. Zicky Dice, who's wrestled all over the place. God, we look like two brothers. Like maybe I made my parents proud and he hated them, and they no longer speak. I don't know what the deal is.
Well, Kane burned his parents alive.
That's true. Yeah. So, makes sense.
He's Kane, I'm Abel. But hopefully Kane doesn't kill Abel. I'm really excited to wrestle for this outfit in Canton, Georgia. It's real close to my home, so I get to go there and come back and sleep in my own bed.
That's
on the card, they got Alex Kane. I believe Carly Bravo from the Infantry is on that, and a bunch of other dudes. It's going to be a good show. It's the kind of show where it's 500-600 people, but they deck it out and pack it out. Kids under the age of 10 get in free.
Nice.
It's some nice, good feeling, warm hometown.
I love that.
Right. And those intimate settings get rowdy sometimes.
Yeah.
That sometimes is the way to go.
Yeah, it's funny because it's kind of a family show, but it's also I've seen dudes put gusset plates on each other's heads and bleed all over the place. It's it's pretty gnarly where it's family friendly, but it's it's also pretty violent.
Now, you being so in love with wrestling, there's something that we ask every show that I got to get your answer. As a fan, when did wrestling break your heart?
Well, it breaks my heart all the time. Are you kidding me? Come on.
I need to know.
It broke my heart last night watching TNA Slammiversary.
Yes!
Yeah.
It broke my heart last night a couple times.
Yes.
The production crew's got to figure out how to get high spots. I think we missed 3 dives, and I was like, yo, figure it out. My boy Steve Macklin got a 3-minute match last night, and he's their international title holder.
Yeah.
So wrestling breaks my heart all the time, but the big ones, the big heartbreaks, the ones you write poetry about.
Yeah. Yeah, those.
The ones men write songs about. No, that would be Starrcade 97 when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff decided they wouldn't honor a 1.5 year long storyline in which Sting, Steve Borden, deserved to have the match of a lifetime and be put over. And instead it was basically a nobody takes any moves, idiotic taunt fest schmaz with referees and Bret Hart running out and false finishes and fans not knowing what happened.
A regular count that they played off as being fast.
Stupid. It's just stupid. It's lazy and dumb and thoughtless and careless. It's like that moment in the movie Elf where James Caan goes, oh, we didn't put the last 2 pages in the children's book. Just leave it out in stores anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's careless, dumb, idiot stuff. And your father and my father raised us to not half-ass our stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't.
We don't.
And that was a moment where I felt like they half-assed a 1.5 year build-up, if not longer, and that really upset me. And then I would say another time that wrestling broke my heart was seeing Sting not make it through the Seth Rollins match. And I don't. By the way, I do not blame Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Dude had some messed up stuff in his body. He's old. Mm-hmm. It's old as shit. I get it. But seeing it was hard.
Yeah,
and I was at the Mickey Gall fight with CM Punk in Chicago. Seeing somebody get hurt for real in a ring, shoot, work, whatever, it sucks.
Yeah. I was there when Seth got hurt this recent time.
And I didn't know if it was I didn't know if it was a work or shot. I didn't know what it was, but it sounds like it's for real, for real.
All right, Paul, well, you got the premiere tonight. I'm going to let you go. We usually do this really quick because I know you got to get out of here. Yeah. We usually do a bar fight question where we ask 50 dudes in the bar.
This one. Yeah.
Can we flip this real quick?
And yours changed recently, right?
Yeah. It changes with the tides.
Yeah. Can you tell me yours?
My bar fight crew?
Yeah.
My last one, I'll give you a new one. I gave one before.
Fantastic question. This is like
Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and I'm just trying to name people I didn't name before, and Terry Funk.
Wow.
Who would be yours?
Yeah.
I got to go all stealth. Because are we talking?
You need to get home. So
I mean, it's a shoot, right?
Yeah,
it's a shoot. You're in a bar.
Yeah.
Dude might have a collapsible baton. Dude might have the broken Budweiser bottle. It's time to go.
Yeah.
I have to say, first and foremost, Brock Lesnar.
100%.
Yeah.
How do you not
pick
Brock
Lesnar?
Lesnar?
Yeah.
He's the scariest human ever.
It's probably after us right now.
If I was Brock's wife and he were making love to me, I would just feel like I was being assaulted, even though it's consensual, but you still feel like you're being assaulted.
I understand.
That's from chapter 9 of my book, Wrestler Physiques, etc. Number 2, I'm going to go Haku, because I always heard the stories of like Haku's a real life tough guy.
Everybody,
like, I want to see him just like touch somebody's clavicle and watch them beg for mercy.
Right. With the Mr. Spot. Like,
exactly. My number 3, I might go. Number 3, I might go somebody like Braun Strowman. Because once again, it's like we got to get our size in.
Make a hole, bro.
If Brock and Braun are taking care of lots of dudes, then I get to have fun watching me and Haku try to just do little things. And then I guess I need one more.
Yeah.
I might say it's got to be somebody who's actually kind of crazy, because crazy wins fights all the time.
Right.
So I might say the late great R.I.P. to Sabu.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Brock, Braun,
games,
Sabu,
and
Haku.
That fireball.
Paul Hauser.
Yeah, Paul Hauser, bro. Paul, you're
Appreciate
a beast,
you,
bro.
man.
We appreciate. Oh wait, we met on the Bert Kreischer show. You see Bert's choke slam?
No. We met at Ray Liotta's.
Oh, that was on my birthday.
Walk of Fame.
That was on my
ceremony.
birthday and Ray Liotta made it rain on us while we were all
Bittersweet
there.
day, man.
Dude, that's right.
We both worked with Ray at the end.
We met on my birthday.
One of the greats.
And we met here on the Rich Eisen show.
Yeah, legit. And I vividly remember because I was like, why am I talking to Rich? I should be talking to this guy.
And now you are
out.
6 years later.
Yeah. So now, wrestling friends, soon to be
For
on-screen
life.
collaborators, and maybe we'll square off in a ring at some point.
So
next year.
I couldn't trust anybody more than you, Paul.
That or we'll be the tag team. We'll be the Hollywood Hustle.
Yeah. Oh,
If you need
don't fuck with me.
If you need a manager, I know a guy got a kendo stick in the back. We can do this.
He got me a
That's what I'm
kendo stick,
saying.
bro.
I don't need someone to talk for me. I need somebody to hit somebody in the nuts with a kendo stick when the ref's not looking.
We got
bro.
you. We
But
got
I
you.
completely blame us for getting Bert in that ring, because Bert, he didn't like. He said he was a wrestling fan, and then he realized he was a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
But to get in the ring,
Cody helped him realize it.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. It was like, dude, no, you heard us talking, and it was like, no,
So funny.
I'm gonna show these fuckers.
And you know what? And my whole thing is like, and now we got Jelly Roll entering the ring. I've met that dude. Beautiful soul, wonderful guy. A lot of celebrities are going to be wrestling more and more. That's very obvious. There's a trend of some kind happening. But I'm worried. I'm less concerned about being the most popular or famous or followers, whatever thing. I'm more worried about just like, I want to be known as safe in the ring.
Yeah.
I want to be known as somebody who did it for real, where I'm 52 years old and I'm like, I can't do it anymore, but I've done 180 matches. And I want to have fun. Life is short. Malcolm Jamal Warner just passed at 54.
man. Rest in
Shout
peace.
out to his people. Bless you. Prayers up. But like, life is short. For those listening, if there's something you want to do, go to culinary school or ask out that person you've had a thing for. Whatever the thing is, minimal or maximal, far away or proximal. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Me and O'Shea, TJ, we are not more special than you, but we did get the starter's pistol at some point, and we decided to do it. So please do it.
Paul Walter Hauser, everybody.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, bro. Beautiful.
Blessings.
We're gonna
And QT Marshall,
That's your ass.
you're a bitch.
With your bitch ass.
But you know what? You're good at being a bitch. So keep at it.
Dude, what a guy.
Yeah, man.
What a guy.
How about that dude?
Cool dude, man.
Cool as
And-
hell, man. Kind of living the dream, you know. Like I'm far too old to even attempt it at this point. You know, put on a little bit too much weight at this point in life. But man,
Hey, you heard it worked out for him.
it did.
Taking some blows.
I earlier in the show I mentioned like always having respect for people who do things that I can't do or I wanted to do. Prime example, man. Like the dude is one of the best actors on earth. Doesn't have to be doing this.
No.
You know, but he's putting it
love
on
of
the
the
line.
game.
You know, bleeding, getting beat up, jumping off ladders, getting thrown off ladders, getting punched, kicked. You know, he's doing it, man. And I got a lot
Man,
of
I should have
respect.
asked him if he ever talked to Mick.
Oh, right.
That'd be somebody cool for they got to have a
Right.
dinner or something.
Well, the great thing is, you know, tomorrow on the Rich Eisen show, the main show, Paul's actually coming back to
Oh,
studio.
yeah, you gotta drop it.
He is on his way now to the premiere of the Fantastic Four. He's
Flex.
also in the new Naked Gun movie. So in addition to being in two of the summer's top films, which they will be, you know, he's also in August, you know, about to go to battle with, he's going to England, right? For this one right here. Thanks, Don, for putting it up. The Electric Ballroom in Camden, London, August 25th. And then I believe on August 8th, as he said, with Zicky Dice, those two are going at it at Rumble Jack 7.
And he wants
That's
that,
August the 8th.
You want that smoke with QT?
Yeah, he wants to smoke with QT.
Hey, we ain't starting nothing, but we will help you get there.
Look, I'll push it. If you want to fight, I'll help you get it.
Yeah, exactly.
QT
man.
Marshall, watch your back, bro, because PWH is coming.
Yeah, now you've told them where to find PWH. Can you tell them where to find us?
Yeah, that's right. So on all your socials out there, when you look at Twitter or X, or I guess even Threads, you're going to find us at There's No Contest. On Instagram, No Contest Wrestling Podcast. And of course, all of our videos can be found on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Just type that in or type up No Contest. You'll find us. We out there. We in here.
Yeah, man. And, you know, we'll see you guys next week. There's still a lot of things that we haven't gotten to. Can I get this camera right here? Because Lord knows our tribal chief is back. And if you think that I'm just going to just accept this and just gloss over it, next week, I promise, because I got to watch Raw, but I am going to give all you Roman haters the business. Now, for my tag team partner.
And one more thing I forgot, and I think we can actually add it maybe to this episode. You know, last week, Seth freaking Rollins came in and he guest hosted.
He blessed you.
He guest hosted the Rich Eisen Show Wednesday and Thursday of last week. Great time with Seth. He's really a natural at doing this. What we do every day, 3 hours a day, unscripted, no scripts, no teleprompters, no writers, no huge team of producers in our ears. You know, it's just basically, it's us. And Seth Rollins did an incredible job guest hosting the Rich Eisen Show. You can look out for all of those YouTube clips. But he also, at one point, right off the bat, he explained to us what happened to his knee.
I'm sitting down. I look great. I can see myself on the monitor right here. I look great. I'm not going to lie. But underneath this monitor, I do have a leg brace on. Over in the corner are my crutches. This past Saturday, I was in a match on Saturday Night's Main Event, which a special on NBC on Peacock. I was in a match with LA Knight, and I hurt my knee. I was doing a move that I do all the time. It's a moonsault, a backflip. In this particular instance, I was landing not on my belly, but I was landing on my feet. When I landed, I felt my knee kind of pop and buckle. You know, we got out of the match, and we moved forward. Monday, I was in Birmingham, Alabama, where our specialists are at. We tried to take a look at the knee through some imaging. It was a little too swollen, so we're going to take another look, hopefully in a week or two here in LA, to try to get some sort of firm diagnosis, and then we can go from there. I am not a doctor. I only know my body and what I feel, and what I feel is that this is going to be me out for an extended period of time. You know, we were talking off air earlier, and it is a bummer. But look, it is what it is. Our business moves on. This isn't the first time that I've been injured. It won't be the last time. And I've always just got WrestleMania in the back of my mind. I'm like, can I make it back for WrestleMania season, for the whole thing? And so that's my brain always goes there. And I feel good about that. But beyond like a firm timeline, I just won't know until we get a better answer on the MRI. So that's where it's at. If you guys have any questions or you want to get anything out of the way, that's where I'm at with it. I'm open to whatever you guys want to, if you got any questions.
Well, I guess first off, just on a human level, like mentally, how are you? Because you're on a roll right now in your business. And then for this to happen to you, man, like, are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, look, there's no good time to get injured. You know, there's no like, oh, this is the best time of year for this to happen, or, you know, you're not being used very much, so, you know, you can take a break. But this is not my first rodeo. You know, I had a very serious knee injury, same knee actually back in 2015. I was in a much different state of mind at that point in my career, where I was still feeling like I needed to work to get to the top. Now I'm sort of at the top. I've had multiple injuries over the years, so I know what it feels like to take a step back. but also I have the confidence in our roster and in our team that they're going to be able to move things forward in a way that's entertaining. Like, I don't want to say they don't need me, but like, we're good. We're in a good place right now. And when I come back, I'll be better than ever.
Everyone's still on social media, whether it's a work, whether it's not a work. All I know is the man came into the set. He had a knee brace. He had crutches.
His daughter with one on.
You know, so, you know, hey, I can only take it for what it is, but I am also a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I'm always not believe you all the way.
But based upon what I saw, the way he moved, and really his just overall, when he was talking about it, seemed a little bit sad. I'm going to say this isn't a work, man. But, you know, like I said, it's wrestling. But make sure you check it out. We'll include that on this episode. Seth Rollins did a fantastic job. And O'Shea, it was like, for me, everyone on the comments was like, yeah, TJ, this must be really dope. And it really is. You know, I've gone to Seth's job so many times to watch him work. So for him to come to my job and get a chance to work with him, you know, I walked in, I knew a lot about Seth Rollins, but I got to know Kobe Lopez a little bit. And that dude's mad cool. No matter what you think about the character, the human being, that cat, he's good people, man. And I think he and I are going to watch the Bears-Cowboys game together in week 4. Cowboys going to spank that.
Oh, well, thank goodness you brought back a little TJ in there. It was getting a little too nice. Guys, we'll see y'all next week. On behalf of my tag team partner, I am O'Shea Jackson Jr. This is No Contest Wrestling. We will see y'all next week.
Bye, Miss Parker.
Bye, Miss Parker.